Hey, what's up guys? Rules for Rebels here. The title of this video is going to be 2 reasons why Ethereum prices might be tumbling. So one kind of interesting slash minorly scary thing going on right now is that, in past times when we've seen the price of Bitcoin and or the price of Ethereum go down, there was kind of a reason behind it. People kind of knew why it was going on. And right now, I've been trying to do a lot of research on YouTube and Reddit and different forums and things like that, and it seems like almost everybody is kind of stumped. Like, there really seems to be no reason why these, hey bud, why these cryptocurrencies are going down. And I watched 2 YouTube videos today. Both had explanations of why Ethereum prices are crashing. So I don't know if these are the reasons. One of them seems to make a lot of sense to me. The other one, well, it's kind of out there, also could make some sense. So let me see. The 2 videos was one by what's this guy's name, JSnip4, and his explanation was this, and I thought this made a lot of sense. So there's a lot of ICOs, initial coin offerings, going on right now, and most of them seem to only accept Ethereum to fund, to buy your ICO or to buy your new coins. A few have taken Bitcoin and Litecoin, but most of them are Ethereum. So one other thing that I think needs to be explained, and I'm kind of a novice at this myself, so maybe somebody else can chime in, but whereas currencies like Bitcoin are more meant to be currencies, and Ethereum are supposed to be like a currency and execute, like smart auto-executing contracts, a lot of these new cryptocurrencies that are coming out aren't really intended to be currencies. It's basically you're investing in a tech company. And from kind of what I've gathered or what I've been told, because unaccredited investors can't invest in non-public companies, and an accredited investor is somebody who has either over $1 million in net worth, or somebody who makes over $300,000 in a single year. I think that was the Jobs Act or something like that, that Dodd-Frank Act thing, I think put a lot of those rules in place. Something that's happening right now is there's some new rules, and I'm not sure how companies go about this, but unaccredited investors can invest up to 10% of their net worth or 10% of their yearly take-home pay. I actually recently invested in Social Blue Book, and I guess they somehow figured out how to run it that way. But a lot of these tech companies can't take your money even if you wanted to invest in them. So basically they get around the SEC rules by selling you a coin or a token. You're funding their company, but technically you're just buying a coin. So if we look at it that way, and these tech companies probably need offices, they probably need servers, they need to buy computers, they need to spend money on things. So if they're taking in all the money in Ethereum, and then they have to go get an office space, they have to buy servers, they have to buy data processing or data storage or whatever else, they're going to have to cash out that Ethereum to buy whatever stuff. I mean, sure, you can buy some stuff with cryptocurrencies, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to get an office space, not a lot of people are necessarily going to take Ethereum. You're going to need fiat. So they're going to have to cash out their Ethereum. And if we look at the sheer number of coin ICOs going on, as well as like how much money they're bringing in, there's a lot of Ethereum that's going to need to be dumped on the market. Now, because these are tech companies and because they're also in cryptocurrencies, we would think, and I think we would hope, that they're going to be responsible with how they're going to dump their Ethereum and not like dump the market and cause all these people's like limit orders to go and cause, crashes like when we saw Litecoin go to 10 cents or whatever that was briefly. So we would hope they would be responsible, but I mean, at the end of the day, the more people there are selling, the more the price is going to go down. So that was basically, what was his name? JSnip4's explanation of why they're going down. And I'll show you guys, if you guys want to check out the video, I will link to both these guys' videos in the description box below. The other guy is this guy right here, David Seaman. Now, this guy's got a pretty big YouTube following. I think he's got like 150,000 subscribers. Seems to be very knowledgeable and kind of like a bright guy. Just as a total outsider, not at all being familiar with him or anything, like, I tuned into one of his live streams today, and he was talking about how George Soros crashed the Ethereum market, and he kind of started getting into like how the government's watching his back because people want to take him out because he's going to expose John Podesta for being a pedophile, and like really kind of started getting into some kind of like, I don't know, none of that stuff surprises me. I have heard some weird things about John Soros, or not John Soros, John Podesta. And we all know that George Soros is kind of a scummy guy and a currency manipulator. So, I mean, the idea of what he's suggesting isn't far-fetched, but he started getting into like a Soros proxy. I'm not sure what that means. Texted him and told him that George Soros was crashing Ethereum. And, well, I'm not saying that. I mean, it almost sounds kind of tinfoil hat-ish, but I mean, the guy does have a pretty good subscriber base. And I mean, it's not really crazy to think that George Soros, who has manipulated and crashed fiat currency markets in the past, would do the same for Bitcoin. I know a lot of like big banks and industries and powerful people don't really like cryptocurrencies because they kind of put the power back into the people's hands, and take it out of the hands of like the central banks and the elites and things like that. So I mean, is it crazy to think that George Soros would try to crash an open source platform that has the potential to kind of give the power back to the people? Not really, but, you know, watch the video for yourselves, and I guess you can judge for yourselves. I know very little about the guy. I don't know much about John Podesta or even really that much about George Soros. So, I mean, it's not really fair of me to say that it's tinfoil hat type stuff, but those were two interesting videos, and I thought two interesting explanations. Again, JSnip4, Realist News, get ready for $100 Ethereum, and David Seaman, who did a live stream, good news for Ethereum, but not for Bitcoin. So I'll let you guys check those out, and you guys can be the judge for yourself. But I thought those were two possible explanations for why why Ethereum is kind of tanking, and the one about the ICOs makes a lot of sense to me. So you know, just figured I'd throw it out there. You know, I'm not by any means the foremost expert on cryptocurrencies, so I'm going to start making a lot of these shorter videos where really I'm just kind of trying to stir up a discussion. Curious to hear what you guys think about those theories, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.